Good afternoon and thanks for joining us right here on what is a rainy Monday. How are we all?
Good.
Everyone, guess who's back in this chair taking over from Katie while she's out helping everyone else is Mandy from 106.3, everyone. Welcome to the show. You were here Friday.
Yes.
Stepping in for me while I was in Atlanta.
That's
I'll tell you
right.
about that in just a moment, but I have to say, I drove home last night in the what they were calling a hurricane.
Yeah.
It really wasn't.
No.
Yeah, I think I missed it. But it was pouring the whole way, which did create, instead of 5.5 hours, it was 6 hours.
Yep.
Yeah.
And have you been to Atlanta? Because you're from Florida.
I am. I have been to Atlanta several times. And that's very nice. It's lovely there.
I
I hate driving there, though. I hate it with
Really?
a passion. I can't stand
Well,
it.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. Do you like Atlanta?
I do. I haven't been there in a long time.
Oh my
but-
gosh, I had the best time. As you can see, I'm not wearing one of my button-down shirts because I can't fit in it. I ate my way through Atlanta like no tomorrow. But let me just tell you something that I've always wanted to do, and now I'm living in America, I get to do it. Have you ever been to a presidential library?
No.
No, I haven't.
Fascinating. If you have not done that at home, I can honestly say I was absolutely floored. Now, I went to see President Carter Center because
Okay.
the library wasn't open, which I couldn't understand. It was a Saturday, and I thought, why wouldn't you open a library on
why would
Saturday?
it be?
Right.
And it's the president's library. And so I went into President Carter Center. Fascinating information, and you also have to remember, I didn't know a lot about him. And do you know much why he didn't get elected for the second time?
Well, because of the hostage
The
situation.
Iran situation, and also the economic issue with regards to the oil.
Right.
And I just found it, and Mrs. Carter did so much for mental health issues.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, so I'm not telling you to do anything. You just haven't been to the library.
No.
And he was a peanut farmer, right?
He was a peanut farmer from Georgia.
Yeah.
Well, a peanut farmer or a peanut shop, I couldn't quite work that out.
Yeah, I thought he was a farmer, I
Okay,
believe. Yeah.
I got you. All right. I also went over to the Martin Luther King building. Have you ever been in there as well?
Nope, have
that,
not.
that was great. And I didn't know he was buried there. So they actually have the tomb in the middle of this swimming pool, like this
Really?
cascading swimming pool,
Really?
which wasn't working. But they had he and his wife there in a tomb above ground, which was interesting as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was-
Absolutely.
and
We'll have to
plus,
check
not only
that
did
out.
I,
We'll have to
it was
check it out.
great, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And then, which is touching on you and your husband's production company, you did a movie just recently that was released in Kentucky, well, everywhere really, called Belle Breezing.
Yes.
The Life of Belle Breezing.
Yeah, yes. it
Who
was-
played which was based lightly on the madam from
Gone with the Wind.
Thank you, Gone with the
Yes.
Wind. And I went to the Margaret Mitchell Museum, the house.
Oh, really?
Fascinating,
Yeah.
everyone. And I didn't realize that she was so rich. Her great nephew, before he died in 2006, I think it was, donated $100 million, which is
Really?
all from Gone with the Wind money.
Really?
Crazy.
That's really awesome.
Wow.
And when they first bought the rights to the movie, the filmmakers, they paid $50,000, okay? In 1936, I think it was. The book was released in 34. And then they felt bad that they didn't pay enough, so they gave her another $50,000. And she was quite the amazing woman, donating money to a lot of charities. Look, I thoroughly enjoyed it, everyone.
Oh, that's
That's
great.
I had
awesome.
the best time in Atlanta.
I'm kind of jealous.
I am too.
I live here. I've been here for my entire life, and I haven't gone to either one of those locations that
Well,
you just talked about. I'm like,
And I'm just saying,
I need to go.
Look, I stayed at the W Hotel. It was all right. Do you know what I mean? It was okay. A little bit noisy, a little bit DJ-ish going on. It was all happening. And I
They were having
immediately
parties.
felt old. Do you know what I mean? The minute I walked in. Do you know what I mean? But I have to say, I purely went to be a tourist.
Yeah.
I didn't go to have a relaxing weekend as such.
Yeah,
I wanted to see some friends. I had some friends here from Australia, so they were going to be going to a conference. So
Oh, that's very
anyway,
cool.
very neat.
I wanted to ask you a question, Mandy. Have you heard Mandy's show in the morning? You don't have to say yes if you haven't.
I
really.
haven't. I
It's
haven't
okay.
yet. I'm sorry, Mandy.
It's fine.
Now
It's
we
fine.
But a
understand.
lot of people do.
Well,
because I talk a lot
say
and
that.
I catch it.
because I'm up very early and I listen to on
I
the way to work.
appreciate that. Thank
but
you.
And often you get a text from me, do
Yes,
you not?
he does. He sends me text messages
I send
all the
text
time.
messages. And I wanted to ask everyone and sorry, ask you, but tell everyone at home. There's a segment on it which I'm fascinated by, and it's called Second Date.
Second date update.
Second date
Yes.
update. Now,
What is this?
tell everyone the premise of
Okay,
it.
so basically, it's where, say, you go out on a date with someone, and then you thought everything went awesome, and then you come back, and maybe you text a couple of times, and then you just don't hear anything from them. Well, I find out why they're not calling you back, so I straight up call them with the number
Yeah.
that you have.
Do you really?
I do.
And do
then
they know that they're
They
a
don't-
part
well, I
of this
mean,
whole situation? with
I
you?
let them know very quickly that that's what I'm doing, but
Well, not so quick.
well.
Let me just say, so the other day, on Thursday, I think it was.
Yes.
Well, yes, because I was in Atlanta on Friday. I was listening, and you had a guy call in and didn't know why he wasn't going on a third date or heard from her. And she said, well, you know, you wore tracksuit pants. What do you call them here?
Sweatpants.
Sweatpants. Sorry. Sweatpants to the date, to the
Gray,
movie.
it was just it was gray sweatpants.
Grey
like that,
sweatpants.
which apparently is a thing.
Which is apparently not a thing you should be wearing on a
No.
date.
There you go, guys.
So, and you're discussing it with him, okay, on air, and then you say, hold the line, then you call her and discuss the date with
Yes,
her.
and then they're
but
connected.
then you don't tell her till after she's dished that he's on the other line. So then both callers come on, and then he says, well, what do you mean? You know, it's brilliant.
Yeah, it's a lot of
I
fun. It's a
love
lot
it.
of fun. I've had
Yeah.
a lot of threats.
Have you?
Yes,
Have you really?
I have. One lady did not appreciate the fact that I called her up, and before I could even explain myself, she was like, "I'm going to come down there and kick your butt," and I was like, "Please don't."
I love
I'm
it.
just
I
trying
love
to
it.
help.
So here's the thing. I want to know if you want to be set up. Are they blind dates?
Well, I mean, technically. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
it depends. I mean,
Where
they find
can-
each other on Plenty of Fish or, you know,
Plenty of
Tinder,
Fish.
all those dating websites.
Is that a new dating site?
I don't know. I might have just made that.
Oh, I think I'm like.
I'm just.
It
I
sounds
haven't-
kind of cool, though. Let's make it.
Well, there's
not some weird
Christians.com, there's Mormon.com,
Plenty
there's
of fish.
Data, it's all there.
FarmersOnly.com.
Farmers Only. But I want to know, how can, we're going to put this on our Facebook page, how can people call you to be set up on a date?
Well, they-
email. Give me an email.
They can email Mandy at your1063.com with a Y, might I add. Not an I.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
That's great.
Okay, well, I got to talk to you about this.
Okay.
You know I'm obsessed with the royal family. I feel like I haven't shut up since I got on the show.
You haven't.
Well, you haven't. It's okay though.
Want to take over for a
gone
bit? You know I'm obsessed with the royal family.
Yes.
So, do you like the royal family?
Love them.
Okay,
Love
and
them.
I'm into every period movie you could think of when it comes to the royal family. I'm addicted. I've always loved them. We grew up learning about our royal family, and it's the way it is in Australia and Europe, of course. But I wanted to show you what a royal train basically looks like from when they first started. And they're basically saying it's Kensington Palace on wheels. Now, this started back in the day in 1840 when Queen Victoria was not a fan of travelling by coach while on tour. So then they started the train. This is the outside of the train back in the day. Let's bring up the next picture. Queen Victoria's saloon.
Oh, wow.
How fabulous is this?
That is
Wow.
fabulous.
Okay, amazing. Now, she used to travel from Windsor to London back in 42. Absolutely gorgeous. King Edward's Lounge. King Edward the seventh, I should say. Very simple for a king, I thought. You know, not too
Yeah.
crazy, is it?
Yeah.
That also included his office as well.
But back in the day, that
back in the
was
day. Now, this is
phenomenal,
his
you know.
smoking room
Yeah.
coming up.
What?
That could work for today.
Yeah.
Don't you agree?
Yeah, it could.
I think it's gorgeous.
It is
now,
gorgeous, I would
this
agree.
is his bathroom back in, oh no, sorry, the dining room. I just skipped a
was
place.
gonna
Now, this is the dining room back in the day there, but just remember, I'm going to show you images of what it looks like today as well.
Okay.
And then we've also got his bathroom. That
Nice. Very
was
nice.
okay
Yeah.
back in the day.
Back
now,
in the day, that would be very,
yeah,
very
now this
nice.
is his bedroom
Fancy.
as well.
Okay, yeah.
Simple.
Yeah.
But this is all on a train, everyone. They had a whole train for everyone. Now let's look at the Queen Elizabeth's. Now this is her office. Completely simple.
Looks like a
She's
hotel
quite
room.
frugal, I see. You know, if it was me, I would have ripped that out in 2 seconds. Do you know what I mean? And now this is Prince Philip's saloon. Boring.
Yeah.
I'm like, spend a few bucks, people. You get enough from all the countries. Now, this is the
no.
dining room that's about, like, look at this. What's
Yeah.
going on? That darn Queen Elizabeth II, who I adore, She got a little bit frugal, I say. Now, this is the staff quarters, which I think look better than the Queen's bedroom. What do you think?
I like
You've got
it.
a telephone in
Simple,
there.
straight, yeah.
Simple. It
Very
looks better
simple.
than most people's bedrooms as well, I
Right,
think, anyway. Anyway, that's me just showing you a little bit about the royal family, you know me. Let's talk a little bit about, Mandy, when it comes to parental favoritism. And I'm a little bit unsure with what you mean by that.
Well, I'm sure that
I need to catch a breath.
you've had
Thank you.
siblings. You have several siblings. How many did you say?
I have 3 brothers and 2 sisters. Good
Yes.
Catholic family.
Right. And so, and do you have any
I
brothers?
have 3 brothers.
And
Are you have 3 brothers?
Have you ever wondered that if you might be the favorite or not?
Oh, I can assure you I'm not. I was
And I was
shipped
not
away
either.
very quickly.
Well, my siblings, I have 3, by the way, and they always tell me that I am the favorite because I'm the youngest.
Ah.
Well, chances are you've probably wondered if you were the favorite at some point, whether you are or you aren't. Or if you have kids, they probably wonder if they're the favorite or not. Well, it turns out whether you say you have a favorite or not, researchers say that yes, indeed, you do have a favorite child.
Really?
Oh.
Yes, but it's not basically off of like, who's the youngest or the middle child or the firstborn. It basically boils down to gender. They're saying that women, mostly their favorite child is the female. And same goes for the male. Because we can...
Oh, the daughter is the favorite of
That's right.
the father as well.
No, not of the father, no. The father is the son and the mother is to the daughter.
Is this an American study?
Yes, they've done it all over. They're basically saying it's because the women relate to the daughters more and the fathers relate to the sons more.
That's weird.
Yeah, it
I
is
always
weird.
thought it was the opposite.
I did too. I thought, because right now I have 3 kids and
Well, what's their breakdown?
the daughter's 14.
Well, do you like her?
Right, we're having our moments because she's
See?
14.
She's 14. So
Yes.
she's not your favorite. What's her name? Let's just call her out.
Well, she's at school. Thankfully, she's at school, so that's good. But I would say, I hate to say that I have a favorite, but at the moment, and I feel, to me, with this study, that your favorite changes throughout periods of each child's life. Maybe not
And
to
how
say
much trouble they're causing you.
right. Right now, my favorite happens to be my 2.5-year-old because he's causing me less stress.
Okay. What about you?
I can,
You've got
I
2
can see
boys,
that.
though.
I have 2 boys. They're very, very different.
Well, you can't. You've got 2 boys.
It's hard
I
to say. It's
know.
hard to say.
I know.
And
I mean, it goes back and forth. I do
Yeah.
understand that. There's some days where you're like,
Well, I think that's for any children.
Yes.
But it's funny, coming from a big family, my mother was very much into my youngest brother.
Okay.
And right up until she died a year ago, the guy is 29, and he was still living at home. But that's also part of the problem. Do you know what I mean? So she'd pay his bills,
Yeah.
she'd do everything.
She babied
And
him.
Yes, and I often thought about it. I thought, well, why did I get shipped away so much? But I was a dreadful child. And I'm still dreadful. But, do you know what I mean?
I can't imagine that.
Yeah, but hey, I think that
So
it's great.
what we've learnt from you is you love your boys.
That's right.
Can't stand your daughter. And it's just the way it is, people.
No, I mean,
Mandy
I love them
106.3, everyone.
yeah.
Call in
She's now
tomorrow.
gonna have a
Yes,
complex.
exactly.
Sorry
Hey,
about
everyone,
that.
after the break, we sit down with Commonwealth Plastic Surgery to discuss breast reconstruction options for those with breast cancer. You're watching Midday Kentucky, everyone.